What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Yeah, at the bottom. I saw that today, but I didn't see the edit. I see Formula Uno.
Formula Uno. He's chilling right there. I brought him back. He's got a bear company now with him.
Oh.
I don't know if the bear has a name. We'll have to find that out.
It can be... We can name it for the podcast. It can be another podcast.
Yeah.
It can be,
we need another
trying to think of a... No, I'm just trying to think of a driver name we can turn, like... With, like, a... Channeling Mom's pun that she loves to come up with.
It's gotta be something the bear. Start with a B.
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen. Actually,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, don't knock it.
I kind of like that. You know what we should do? We should come up with options. Write that down. We're gonna come up with options, and we'll put it out on a poll to people. Max.
Okay. Are you writing it down?
Yeah, I'm putting it on our document, so you'll see it pop up. Max Verstappen.
Max? I just realized I didn't save the...
That's a good one.
Well, hello, everyone, on that note. Welcome back to episode 28. I'm prepared today. Of F1 Underground, a podcast all about F1 and naming stuffed animals.
Yes. And
with some various pop culture references thrown throughout.
Everybody loves a good pop culture reference.
Yeah, I know. As always, we are back with another episode. This week, we some weekly news, decent amount of stuff.
There's a lot of weekly news here.
Well, when you think about it, what happened the next day after we recorded?
That is our curse. Stuff always happens literally the next day.
Yeah. We could, delay recording and it'll still happen. So there's been a lot of, random stuff, and then we'll do some predictions for Singapore, which looks like it could be another rainy race weekend. So
keep it going.
And we'll get into it, but can Red Bull win it all? Can they win the whole constructors this weekend? Well, like I said, we'll get into it. So, did I put that?
Giving our visual listeners an early answer.
Yeah. Hold on, I wanted to add that. Do you want me to? Oh, I sent you that picture, right?
Yes. Of the the.
I was gonna link the tweet so we could look at it, but I have the picture, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, I saw the picture earlier. We'll get into it. I remember the scenarios though that they laid out for it.
Yeah, I'll read it too. So as always, we'll get into it with our meme of the week. Let me take away. So mine, I technically have two, but my one is in two parts. So you can go first. Or
we got a two-parter meme?
Yeah, because it technically is also about part of the weekly news, but we'll talk more about it, but I wanted to include it. So maybe I'll do the other one first. You go first, and then I'll do my other one first. Do the two-parter, and we can go right into that, the weekly news, okay?
Sounds love good? It. Designing the show on the fly. Good work.
Yeah. We don't plan this before, people.
No, we don't. We
okay.
Get into it.
Okay, so starting off with
getting into it. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I find it hilarious. They posted that picture today. Oh, did they? I didn't see it then. So I'm out of the loop on the source picture for this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is obviously Lewis, George, sitting in what I'm assuming are ice baths. And somebody just photoshopped it with baby caps on, a sippy bottle for George, a sippy cup. Sorry, sippy bottle. Sippy cup for George, a binky for Lewis, and then some bubble baths around them, or some bubbles around them. So like I said, I don't know what this is. I don't know what the context is here. I
think it's from Singapore last year, because Singapore is always the hottest race of the year. And they posted them saying, like, are you ready for Singapore. So it was them in an ice bath. You are correct. But yeah, I did not see this edit.
Very good.
People were quick because they literally posted it like this afternoon. So
of course people are quick. The other thing I love about this is the caption down here below. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it. No.
Daddy Toto said bath time. Something about that just makes it very funny to me.
Yeah, but Daddy Toto.
But yeah, just these two idiots sitting in an ice bath or bubble bath. So that's my meme.
That's your Mercedes team, people, for the next year, 2 years.
This is what you get.
Yeah, this is what you get.
Yeah.
Don't be upset. Okay, so yes, my first one, it's not even really, I feel like, technically a meme. So you're going to know right away. So Ferrari posted this TikTok. They do like the random stupid TikTok game things with the drivers all the time.
What is this?
So someone, I don't know what it is, but so this one he had to like finish different drawings. The one was like finish the horse. He had to draw hold on, maybe I should play the whole video. He had to draw part of a dinosaur. It's probably one of the greatest videos I've seen. It's so funny. He also just makes all these sound effects, and he's like, and like.
He had to draw. So okay. So I'm assuming the.
I'm downloading the video. Hold on, I'm downloading the video.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I'm assuming the left side of the heart in this picture is the one that was already drawn because it looks good.
Yeah.
And then the right side and the letters in the middle obviously look like a 3-year-old wrote them.
Yeah, hold on, wait. I'm gonna remove this. So
I guess he's a 3-year-old at heart. So
you can judge. Your handwriting would look just like that.
Hey, my handwriting is good. It's legible.
Okay, here we go. So this is the whole TikTok. I don't think you're gonna hear the sounds, but he literally makes sound effects every time he moves the pencil. So he's like, here you go. So yeah. First he has to complete the picture of the man. Easy. This is a great one.
Tell me he draws a toilet. Please.
No, he draws him on a horse.
How do you get a horse out of that?
Yeah, right here he's saying he's so talented.
That's not a half bad horse, to be honest with you.
Watch,
oh my god, what?
Watch his reaction when he finishes the hand. Yeah, then he gives him a tail. Short. Well, he goes, oh wait, he doesn't have a tail. Yeah, this is easy.
Cat dog.
But he has no idea what it is. He says, what the hell is that? So the
he
last,
has no idea
the picture.
What a wiener dog is?
No, apparently not. Maybe they don't have them in Monaco.
Oh, Casey Liberatore.
Yeah, okay, so that's my meme. So he says, he completes it and he says, oh, I love Charles Leclerc. But the best part about having the same initials as Charles Leclerc. So I was like, oh yeah, Charles Leclerc hearts Casey Liberatore. So that was my first one.
You should like take a screenshot of that and make that your phone wallpaper. Like that.
Oh, I should. That is a screenshot. I have it on my phone. I should make
that should be your phone wallpaper right there.
Thank you. I'm changing it as soon as we're done. And then
nice little reminder every day.
This goes into part of weekly news. So this article came out and it says nothing has ever come easy to Carlos. Sainz's mother made emotional confession a year before declaring war on Leclerc. So apparently she's declared war on Leclerc. So someone retweeted it with this, the Godfather picture again from Photoshop of Charles Leclerc.
That's a good Photoshop. That's a really good Photoshop.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
That's good.
But yes.
I like that.
So that was why I wanted to. That one kind of goes right into. Wrong show. That goes right into.
Wrong show.
I had another show's graphic things up, like when we're.
What show is it?
The Glue Guys.
Throw it back up. Let me see. Glue Guys. What the fuck are the Glue Guys?
I don't know, but there's someone named Owen.
Why am I on this show? I'm gonna have to make a trial about that.
But yes, so that was going into weekly news. Obviously, last week we talked about all the family drama with Carlos Sainz and his mom and dad speaking about everything and everyone. His dad was back. What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I was going to say, there's an article that came out on the 10th, 2 days ago, basically his father talking again about him having talks with Audi. Like, it's just leave. Just leave Ferrari at this point. Just leave.
At this point,
and then
this secret's worse kept than Leclerc's.
Charles Leclerc's contract. Yes, exactly. But yeah, and then there was that article, that headline that came out yesterday saying that nothing has ever come easy to Carlos Sainz when he's grown up in a rich family. His dad's a world-known rally kart driver.
Right.
He was in the RedBull Racing program. The only reason why he had trouble there was because his dad and Max Verstappen's dad didn't get along. It was a known feud. Like, nothing has come easy to him. Okay, because he's been the number 2 driver almost. Like, was he outperformed by Lando Norris? I
mean, if nothing's ever come easy to him, shit's impossible for us then.
I know, right? We're like normal middle class people. We're not rich with ties. Like, his family has ties to like royalty, like Spanish royalty. What do you mean nothing comes easy to him?
Get out of here.
Because he's not because he's not succeeding in F1. Yeah. He doesn't have the top team drive. Like, he's not the number 1 driver on his team. Okay. Yeah. But yes, this article is still up about Carlos Sainz talking to Audi, though. Was not deleted like the previous one. So, but it's also apparently because he would be reunited with someone that was with McLaren when he was there, and they already know each other. So that's also what's feeding.
So that's just more of a reason for him to go
to Audi.
Yeah,
go to Audi with Mick Schumacher and see how you deal with being number 2 to Schumacher's child. Like,
yeah.
Like, we obviously don't know how Mick's gonna do, but if you're complaining about being number 2 to Charles Leclerc, whose stuff hasn't come easy to him, then like, I just like that his mom, it just when it said declaring war on Charles Leclerc, and then people kept posting pictures of Charles Leclerc like over the weekend and all this stuff, like doing a billion things, and people were like going from south of France to Monaco to back, and people were like, doesn't even know that he's been apparently in a war for the past year.
Yeah, he's fighting a war and he has no clue.
He has no clue. Someone posted that the army of Italian men would come and defend his honor, so...
Army of Italian men. You mean The Godfather. That's...
The Godfather, yes. Like, the Italian men that were standing outside of his hotel room singing to him.
Yes. Oh my God.
In Monza.
You know one of them has ties to some shady people. You know one of them. Like Leclerc could walk out of the hotel and they would like lean over and whisper to him and be like, yo, if you need anything, just let me know. Like,
oh, you know what I should have done for my meme?
Here's my phone number. Don't call me on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Call me on a payphone. Like,
no, I should have done a meme because Charles Leclerc was at like this private yacht event in Monaco the other night, and he posted pictures, and the one picture he's posed with Pereiro Ferrari, if I'm saying his first name correct, Enzo Ferrari's one son or relative that's now in charge. And this man has said, it's his son, because this man has said before his father would have loved Charles Leclerc. So someone on a review for the Ferrari movie put, Enzo Ferrari, you would have loved Charles Leclerc. That's what I should have done this meme.
That's
so
good.
Yes. Yeah. He would have loved Charles Leclerc. But yes, moving on. Let's get this one over with because...
Can you hear this clicking, by the way?
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, damn it.
It doesn't... It's not... It just sounds like you're like lightly tapping like on your keyboard.
It's just like my little fidget toy that I have. And I'm doing it just to keep myself entertained. And my brain going as we talk. So, but if you can hear it, I don't want to... Yeah.
No, I can barely hear it because you stopped talking and said, "Can you hear this?" So that's why I could hear it.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll keep talking then.
If you were messing with it while I was talking and you were talking, I cannot hear it. So.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Yeah, you're fine. Owen has his fidget toys. It's gonna be one of those, like, you know how Kyle writes the bullet points? It's gonna be Owen and his fidget toys.
Owen and his fidget toy. You know what? Kyle will make it that.
Yeah.
That.
If you put up the... you can make it into a track. I'm going to time him.
This isn't. Oh, here we go. Boom, done. Track.
What track is that?
I don't know. I thought I was just making an imaginary track, not like a real.
Oh, I thought you were
like,
making a real one.
No, I don't know the tracks off my top of my head.
It could
I
be.
could try to.
No, that kind of looks like a track. Hold on, bring it back up.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the screenshot. Not a screenshot. I'm pulling up the schedule to see the overview of the tracks.
It kind of looks like it could be Baku.
Let me go to Baku.
It's got really close to the screen. I forgot that my camera is.
Which one's Baku? Oh, that's Azerbaijan, isn't it? No.
Yeah, Azerbaijan.
Oh. It
I
does.
mean, you
kinda
could
look
make
like
it look. You could make it look like Vegas, since Vegas is like a square. This is our new segment. Shape shifting without. No, that sucks. There you go.
Oh, that's Baku right there.
That's Baku.
You got the here. Should I flip like? There's your. Hold on. Like here's here's like turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 3,
long
turn
straight.
4. Long straight, the curve, and then the long. Yeah, there you go, Baku.
There you go. It just wasted like 5 minutes.
That's fine.
That was your weekly news. Thanks for
There you
joining
go.
us, everyone. See you later. Bye.
See ya. See ya.
But yes. Okay, moving on. What?
My headphone keeps falling out. It's annoying me.
Oh, well, the fan is blowing hair directly into my face. Go like that. Moving on to the. I totally forgot about this. We talked about this so long ago. That new technical directive.
Yes. Yeah,
but it's in place this weekend. Yeah. Well, I just realized when you click on the article, what does it take you to? Just the Google search?
No, it takes me to. Oh, this time it took me to the Google search, but then I went on Scuderia Ferrari fans. And
Okay, I was
reading
just
it.
okay. I was on the Planet F1 as well. Okay, I'll stay on this one. I forget which one I actually looked at. But yeah, so the technical directive 018 is in place this weekend, and it has to do about the flexi wings. Because I think teams are hiding tricks under. It says Formula One will be clamping down on the flexi wings in Singapore, with the FIA suspecting teams could be hiding tricks under rubber coverings to beat the load-bearing tests. I don't think you're going to see anything different. Christian Horner flat out said this is not going to bother Red Bull at all. You won't see a difference for them. So yeah, what?
You'll see a difference. It'll be instead of a 30-second gap, it's a 28-second gap. There you go. That's what.
McLaren will be able to get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the only thing. I totally forgot about it until I saw people posting about it today that it was in place, and I was like, or yesterday, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember us talking about this a while ago. But
I think we talked about it like in one of the very first episodes.
yeah, because it was big at the start of the season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw the one article I was reading said that the teams had to submit their stuff by September 8th. It was in this first article. Let me see if I can find it again real fast. The FIA requests teams to send all details of their products by September 8th so they can perform compliance checks. So the FIA has had these new specs since last Friday, and they've just been reviewing it, I guess, for this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how it
Yeah,
how
well,
it affects. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a major.
No.
Not going to be like a major difference in times.
Unless if you see like for some reason like you see like McLaren like drop down, then you know they might have been hiding something underneath those wings. But I don't think you're going to see a major change. It's not like it's a.
You're 100% right. The proof of if somebody was hiding something that was really like an unfair advantage, you would see them like
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
people that Castellanos hit a home run. People that would
nice.
Yeah, no, I think you would see it right away. It'd be easy to tell. And then people would be like, ooh, you were cheating?
Then the finger pointing's gonna start.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, why did you fall so much when we fix this or when we change this?
But yes, so nothing really major on that. We'll continue. We'll go to the Checo stuff last for weekly news.
Okay.
Continuing on, I don't think I have any to talk about it. We'll talk about that next. But first, Sebastian Vettel. He was on his RB7 this past weekend. At the Red Bull show. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo was also supposed to drive, but we all know what happened to Daniel Ricciardo. What's his name? Daniel. Oh my god, I'm drawing.
I have no clue what you're referring to.
Hold on, wait.
Did Red Bull post a video of...
They've posted some stuff. They posted a lot today, or yesterday and over after the fact. I saw some interview. It was like little clips of him saying it felt like he was back on the track. That he missed, like he loved it. I did see that apparently the car did break down at one point.
Yeah.
He was doing his ever famous donuts. I think Jensen Button also drove. Yuki was there. For some reason, Max Verstappen's dad was there. Yeah, it was a good mix of people. There was a picture that came out of Yuki and Seb. That was cool.
Right.
And then he was asked like different things. Like someone said, did you reach out to Max after he beat your record in Monza? And he said, I reached out before. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So he said he reached out to him before. And then apparently he's going to be in the paddock in Japan. So
nice.
Next weekend, I need a Seb Charles Leclerc reunion. But yeah, no, it'll be nice. It was cool to see him back in the Red Bull. Red Bull winning car.
I'm looking at a video now of him and David Coulthard.
Thank you. That was his name, David, not Daniel.
Dave Coulthard or Coulthard.
Yeah, because so when Daniel Ricciardo got hurt and everyone was like, who's going to drive for Daniel Ricciardo? He apparently put on Instagram as like a funny joke, like a PowerPoint presentation on why he should be the reserve driver. And then he got to drive what Daniel Ricciardo was supposed to be driving at this Red Bull showcase. But yeah, it was cool to see.
Yeah, it is a cool thing to watch. The car looks so different too.
It looks so different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the RB7. They're in the RB19, so there's plenty, but it's just wild seeing how different the cars look. Even from like
quite a bit of time in between.
No, but even like, if you look at like 2019, like when I see clips like because it was just Monza, when I saw clips like Charles Leclerc's win in Monza in 2019, the car looks so square compared to what it looks like now.
Absolutely.
Like it looks wild. The changes are insane. But yeah, so it was cool to see Sebastian Vettel back, and hopefully he'll be, because I know he was at another race and he literally popped in and then just like left. He didn't stay for long, but yeah, so it'll be good to see. I kept missing, he would go on Instagram Live. The man loves going on Instagram Live for like 3 minutes and then he's done. I kept missing it, and then I was at work. Was I at work? No, I think I got up on like Saturday and I literally was like laying in my bed and I was like, and I like opened it right away because I was actually able to watch it for the 3 minutes. But it's just like, the man doesn't use social media, so it's funny when he is going on Instagram Live
when he actually
to give us like, but he uses Instagram Live like he's posting to an Instagram story. Like he just is giving like quick little updates. Like, sir, I love that you're going live, but you don't need to go live every time.
You don't need to go live when you're eating breakfast. Seth.
No.
Nobody cares.
Well, it wasn't when he was eating breakfast. I also did post a picture because there was one of him standing on his car and you could just see the crowd and like all the photographers had their cameras up, and I posted like, and he thought no one was going to remember him. And apparently an interviewer said, did you really believe people were not going to remember you? And he was like, yeah. Like, come on, Seb. People were going to remember you.
Stop being humble.
Yeah, stop being humble.
Yeah.
Be like Max Verstappen every once in a while.
He's allowed to do that.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
He's got enough wins and history under his belt to do so.
I mean, you were just the record holder previously before Max Verstappen took it, so.
Yeah.
Yes, moving on to some. No, I'm going to Lance Stroll next.
Ugh, this
came out.
This is just hilarious to me.
Let me just. Yes, okay, so Mike Crack has been on the record. It's this article from yesterday stating that Lance Stroll is on, quote unquote, similar levels to Fernando Alonso.
No.
When I read it, I'm like, who? If someone literally posted it and said, "Are we being gaslit right now?" Because what? So that's why I texted Owen. I said he was paid. I was like, either he thinks something's different than us, or he was paid to say that. Someone said he was paid in maple syrup to say it.
I just thought in maple syrup.
In Canadian maple syrup.
That's so mean, but so funny at the same time.
Speaking of a mob.
I don't. Not that I'm not gonna sit here and shit on Lance Strolovich. I'm not gonna do that. But
yeah,
in terms of pure experience and time that Strolovich has been driving and Alonso has been driving, you cannot say that. You cannot say that. Oh, they're on the same level. No, they are not. No, they are not. They're
absolutely
sure. Yes, Lance has had moments where you've seen like bits and pieces there of like he's a good driver. He can be a good driver.
Yeah.
But he's not on the same level or a similar level of Fernando Alonso strictly because of how long Fernando has been in the sport and how many races he has under his belt.
And he's a damn world champion. Like, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like,
this one part of the article says, despite occasional standout moments, such as qualifying P4 Monza 2017, his lack of pace was still noted.
Yeah. I feel like a more accurate quote would have been like, Mike Crack says, Lance Stroll reminds him of a young Fernando Alonso, or like, or if it was like Fernando Alonso said that and was like, oh yeah, he reminds me of a young me, like, just starting out. Like that would have been so much easier to like digest and believe. And it would have been cool, honestly, because it would have been like, all right, it's like people see something in Lance. Like, all right, yeah. But to sit here now and to say no, like, or to sit here now and say that, oh yeah, these guys, they're pretty close to each other. They're on pretty equal levels or similar levels. It's like, no, they aren't.
Also, like, if Lance Stroll was Oscar Piastri, if he was a true rookie,
yeah,
like, if you put like Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri in the same car, this quote will probably work for Oscar Piastri with the way that Oscar Piastri drives.
Yeah.
Lance Stroll is not a rookie. He's been in the sport for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So long. There's no way. There's multiple quotes, and it literally says that he has increasingly been to the defense of Stroll. And at the end, it says, such comments have been increasingly typical from Mike Crack. Understandable given Lawrence Stroll's ownership of the team.
That's
just calling out that he's a nepo, baby.
I 100% agree. Like that comment, there's part of that comment is fueled by the father of this man that I'm commenting on is the owner of this team. Mm-hmm. I want to keep my job. Like,
yeah, like I know what happens if I speak out. I'll be without a job because Lawrence Stroll is not kicking his son out of the team anytime soon. But if he was on Red Bull like Nick DeVries, he would be. He'd have been long gone.
there's a reply right under the article that perfectly sums up what I'm trying to say. It says, "Why even try to make this argument when everyone can see it's false? Nothing shameful about being unable to match someone like Alonso, in my opinion. Instead, a quote should be, Stroll might not be at the same level as Alonso currently, but we believe he has the potential to match him with more experience."
Exactly.
the better quote there. That is the better, like, hey, yeah, he might, like, we're not, like, looking the other way and being like, no, these guys are perfectly, like, these guys are exactly alike. You know, it's saying, like, yeah, he's got some work to do. He's still, you know, newer to the sport.
Right. He had a insane injury at the beginning of the season that he clearly came back too soon from. Like,
so it's like, yeah, he's struggling right now, but we do see a lot of potential in him, and we think that someday he can match Fernando Alonso in skill and in race experience and everything. And it's like, that right there would have been like, yeah, absolutely. It would have been a whole different conversation that we're having. Like,
but no, he's on the same level as Fernando Alonso. In what world? What alternate universe?
There's another tweet that perfectly sums up this too, and it says, Mike is smoking crack. And that's correct.
Yes. Canadian maple syrup flavored crack, because what the hell?
There are no right or wrong answers, but that is the right answer.
No. Yes, that is the right answer.
Mike is smoking crack. Yes.
Crack.
Yeah.
Not
on the same level.
No.
Could he get there? Maybe.
Do we? Sure. I think so. At this point in his career, no.
I'll drink that Kool-Aid a little bit, but yeah, not right now. Not right now.
He is the Nepo baby of all Nepo babies in F1 right now. So
yeah.
When Dad's signing your paychecks, no. But moving on from Lance Stroll, we never really have. Oh no, we talk about Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso a lot. I'll take that back. Before we get into Charles Leclerc, we get the special livery for Williams this weekend, and I can't wait. The sneak peeks that they have given, the merch that they have given, the Golf livery, the Golf Williams livery might be my favorite of the whole season. I'm sorry, I loved Alfa Romeo's, but there's something about the blue and orange that's going to look so good.
Blue and orange is going to look real nice. Let's see if I can find a preview of it real fast.
And they have it for this weekend and next weekend. So for Singapore and Japan.
Oh, I can't wait.
They haven't released it yet, but I expect tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah. Definitely tomorrow. Yeah. I can see that.
But yeah, and I expect both of them kind of probably to have cool helmets if they can wear them too. I know the drivers tend to have...
Always kills it with the helmets.
Yeah, it does. No, but drivers always tend to have cool helmets for these two races because they're the under the lights one. So they always have ones that like will shine.
Will reflect and everything, yeah. Yeah,
we get cool night races. But yeah, no, he always kills it. Did you watch? So he's coming out with his own merch, what he's calling it, Albon Athletics.
Yeah.
Like, merch line. Did you watch the video to promote it with all of his pets?
Was it where it started in like a conference room?
Yes, when it's all of his pets.
I saw the beginning of it and I never finished it.
You should go back. You'll love it.
You'll
love it. Do you not follow Albon Pets on Instagram? He has so many pets. I think he might have. Forget how many cats he has. The pets of Alex, Zoe, Alicia, Bibbit, and Luca. Yeah, he might have like 4 or 5 cats. The man is a cat lady. Crazy cat lady. But yeah, the video is so good. Like, he knows how to market his stuff. Like, when he posted the cool split-tone helmet that he had, the black and white one, he literally put it on his pet's head. Like, he knows what's going to sell his stuff. And I would wear some Alex Albon merch, so I'm hoping it's reasonably priced.
Alex Albon Athletics. Yeah, I would. That's a good commercial. That's a good way to do it. Scares me,
like, what is it going to be? Because Esteban Ocon came out with merch, and it's just, like, his signature on it, and then, like, his driver number. But, like, Albon Athletics makes me think it's going to be, like, Daniel Ricciardo level Enchante merch. That's what makes me think.
Yeah, well, I would expect, like, dry fit shirts, like, because to me, like, athletics is, workout clothes, stuff like that. Yeah. So I would definitely be interested. Yeah.
Well, if his girlfriend had anything in there might be a golf shirt you could wear.
That would be good. That'd be really good. Can Lando Norris come out with a golf shirt? He's a big golfer.
I don't know. I'm surprised he hasn't.
That would be great.
He has merch for his Quadrant, the video games. He has. I think he has LN4. It's LN4 is his thing. I think he has merch, and he also has Quadrant merch. But he's always done like sweatshirts and stuff. But he should do golf because he loves it so much.
Sweatshirt and Rocca. He has a beach ball.
Yeah, he does because that was his helmet for Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like shirts and everything.
Yeah. Wait, when is the Ryder Cup? When's the Ryder Cup?
The end of September.
All right, so is the celebrity one televised?
It should. I would hope it is.
I would hope so, because that's that one that I sent you that Carlos Sainz is going to be in the celebrity one.
Ryder Cup Celebrity Match 2023.
I think he's in the celebrity one, right? Didn't I tell you that?
You sent me some, yeah.
Let me look it back up.
Formula One driver Carlos Sainz, yeah.
Yeah, he's he's on one team. I'm shocked Lando's not in it. They love golfing together.
So it's Team Monty is Colin Montgomery. I have no idea who that is. Gareth Bale. He's a soccer player. Garrett Hilbert. Don't know who that is. Dude Perfect. They're YouTube people.
Yeah.
Leonardo Fivaranti. No idea. Novak Djokovic. Is that
the tennis player?
Is that Djokovic?
Oh, I thought it was a tennis player.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
No. Yeah, because what's a...
No idea who that is. Oh, Carlos Sainz is on the same team as Catherine Newton. That's the girl.
Oh, Marvel girl.
Yeah.
Didn't she go to school for tennis for golf? I thought I saw an interview.
I saw an article one time where she was gonna be.
She's like good.
A golfer,
pro, right?
Yeah, she was gonna go pro golfing, and then she followed acting and chose to do acting more. But she's still like a big golfer. Yeah,
I'm shocked if Niall Horan's not on that list because that man loves to golf. But I'm shocked Lando's not doing it. Him and Carlos go golfing all the time. They literally after Miami, him, Lando, and Zach Brown went to the Masters and golfed around on the Masters grounds.
Oh, the one dude, the surfer. Let's see. I don't know if this.
We really got off topic.
I don't know if this is
I would hope so. Whatever happened to that one that was going to be on Netflix? Remember we talked about it? They were going to do a live golfing event on Netflix with Full Swing people and Drive to Survive because it's the same people.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That would have been... No, that was just a rumor.
Oh,
that was just a rumor, I think. But I think that would be really cool if they did that.
Because I thought they would do it when because they're going to be here for Vegas for like a week in advance. There's going to be so much press, so they're going to be here so early. But yes, we got so off topic. Yeah, we literally went from the Williams special livery to Alex Albon to golf. And just kept going.
Nothing wrong with golf.
I know. But yes, it's like going back, Williams will be having special golf livery for this weekend and next weekend, which I can't wait. Moving on to a second to last thing. This past weekend, there was a marathon karting event for Jules Bianchi, the driver. Obviously, everyone knows Jules Bianchi and his story, the crash.
Right.
That took his life, but he was very involved in Charles Leclerc's rise through F1. So there was this whole... They've done different charity events before, but this year was the first one that had karting. So there was an article, or this is a quote from Jules Bianchi's dad about Leclerc. So apparently this was Leclerc's idea. He wanted to bring it back.
Right.
And do this karting event again. Is this the quote? Okay, yes. The first tweet is what I was looking for. So it says, we organized 7 editions until 2009. Jules Bianchi's dad is saying, The idea of this new beginning germinated during a discussion with Charles precisely. He wanted to see the event reborn in order to honor the memory of Jules and to help the JB17 Association. That's it. He managed to fit this Sunday into a busy schedule. He even postponed his departure for Singapore. So he should have left the other day and then pushed it back. So it continues this quote. I think this might be translated from French, so that's why if it sounds weird.
Right.
At the time they call him Little Charlotte when he was sharing the wheel with Jules, and everyone knows it's his sporting godfather. There's plenty of stories. They literally would do this all the time. Different karting events that go for 3 days straight through the night. So that's where they brought it back. Charles Leclerc wanted to bring it back, so he did end up going. And then this quote from Jules Bianchi's dad today took me out. So it says, fate has made me lose my little one and him, his dad. It feels good to see each other. We remember a lot of memories, beautiful things that we all did together, and we have the impression that they are always with us. So
that's really nice. I mean, it's go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's just, I mean, like the fact that he delayed his departure for Singapore and took time to do this. And obviously this is something that he really wanted to do, you know.
Yeah, he couldn't have not been there.
Yeah. No,
because I know Arthur was there. I mean, their team was JB17. They won the whole karting tournament. Yeah, right. You could follow along the lap times. They were ahead of second place by 6 laps. So, I mean, but their team was Charles Leclerc, Arthur Leclerc, Formula E driver who was also best friends with Charles Leclerc's brother and Jules Bianchi, Norman Nato, if I'm saying his name correct. Jules Bianchi's brother, Ollie Bierman, the F2 driver who will end up being Charles Leclerc's teammate one day in the future for Ferrari.
Right.
So they were a stacked team. Imagine you showing up to this karting event and you're like, Charles Leclerc's my, but the best is you see people, they were in full race suits. They had their helmets on, shoes. Arthur Leclerc literally had a race suit on. What does Charles Leclerc come in? Jeans and t-shirt, puts his helmet on.
Sounds about right.
He's literally driving the cart around the track with one hand. I'm he doesn't, he's just chilling. He knows he was going to win.
I would leave if I walked up and I sat down in the cart and Charles Leclerc or Arthur Leclerc sit down next to me. It's
you're like,
what the fuck?
You see what that team's made up of. You're like, okay, what's going on? But yes, so I wanted to talk about that because it was super cool. Always like to talk good things about Charles Leclerc. There's not a lot of bad things you could say about Charles Leclerc, but this one was.
Well, then he's engaged in a war right now.
Yes, that's what people were saying. That headline came out, and meanwhile, he's planning charity events.
How dare he? How dare he fight a war right now in the middle of the
that's
season?
How you
come on.
That's how you know one driver's signed their contract or knows that they have a contract with Ferrari for the end of time, and the other driver's on his way out. That's how you know. But yes. Then moving on to Red Bull. Sergio Perez. We legit finished recording.
Yep.
The next morning, woke up to all hell breaking loose. Just when you think Helmut Marko's comments couldn't get any worse, they did. I don't even know if we talked about the fact that he said that Checo Perez wasn't as focused last week. I don't know if we talked about this. So he said last week that he wasn't as focused because he's from South America. They're not as focused as European drivers.
We did touch base on this because I remember us talking about it and I remember you telling me the story and I was like, oh man, that's that's not a good look at all.
No. And
then, like you just said, we woke up the next morning, the day after recording last week's episode, and we were like, oh, it got worse.
It got worse. Way worse. Just when you think it can get worse. So yes, he said that. People, first of all, were like, 1, Mexico's not in South America. Yeah. Learn your geography. 2, you have Ayrton Senna and all these amazing drivers that were from South America. So yeah. Then, so there was 2 things. Before he even apologized, he says the next day, Helmut Marko responded to the backlash of his comments on Checo by doubling down with the following quote. This is where it gets you.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant that way. I meant that a Mexican has a different mentality than a German or a Dutchman. But who knows? Maybe it's the mentality controlled. So he literally is just like, then blaming it on his mentality. He like didn't actually take away what he said. He just continued to make it sound worse. And then finally he was on TV and he kind of apologized days after. He says, concerning my remarks about Sergio Perez, I would like to apologize for my offensive remarks and want to make it absolutely clear that I do not believe that we can generalize about the people from any country, any race, any ethnicity. I was trying to make a point that Checo has fluctuated in his performance this year, but it was wrong to attribute this to his cultural heritage. It got so bad to the point the Mexico GP put out this statement saying that they stand with Checo, clearly. They don't, appreciate any hateful, racist comments like that. But you know who has still not put a statement out? Red Bull. There's been nothing from Red Bull. It's almost a full week later, and there's been nothing from Red Bull. Nothing. Which is wild. I don't know what they're waiting for.
This just isn't a good look.
No, if Checo, I support Checo's, if he leaves Red Bull, please do. Because clearly...
I just don't get why. He said in his apology, I was trying to make a point that Checo has fluctuated in his performance this year, but it was wrong to attribute this to his cultural heritage. If you're trying to make a point about somebody fluctuating, all you need to say is just, hey, they're not at their best this year.
Mm-hmm. Clearly everyone knows that. It's no secret.
Yeah. And I get it. The press is probably grilling you for a reason. Why isn't Checo doing as well? Obviously, we've talked about it. Why is Checo struggling so much in a car that Max Verstappen is just annihilating the rest of the field in? But it's he can't figure it out. Boom, leave it there. If you can't give a solid reason, don't even give a reason at all.
Yeah.
And
don't even bring in where he's from. It had no reason to be. First, you got it wrong, but it had no reason to be brought up in the first place. I love this quote. If you go farther down in ESPN, it says South America has also produced more Formula One world champions than any country other than Britain, and some of the sport's greatest drivers. You go ESPN because it's true.
It is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would love to know. Obviously, there was no race last weekend, so Checo did not have to be at the factory or anything Red Bull related, but there's got to be weird tension. How do you, as a driver, I would never be able to go back and look Helmut Marko in the face. I would be pissed, two embarrassed.
I'd be real mad about it. And
3, your team put no statement out to support you in any way. Or
is there still nothing?
No, there's nothing. People kept bringing up their statement last year when that Yuri Vips, the junior driver, dropped a term on a Twitch live stream, and they literally kicked him out right away. And it literally said they don't condemn any hate or racist speech. People were like, "What happened to this statement, Red Bull?" People were literally tweeting at them. You know what made it worse? Red Bull social media admins were hiding people's comments and deleting people's comments, calling them out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Red Bull, you look like shit for doing that.
So I just went to Red Bull Racing's Twitter, right? 4 hours ago, they posted a picture of Checo and said, "Not many F1 drivers have hit 250 starts. We can't wait to see this helmet on track." Right?
Yeah, because he has a special helmet this weekend.
first comment. Open it up. Checo has an awesome helmet, but a terrible helmet. Great. Just great pun. Quality pun. But then, there's people tons of people down here just calling them out. 25 more times than that racist Marco. it's just like not many F1 drivers receive xenophobic comments from within their own team. We can't wait to see Marco fired. Like, yeah, the people are coming at him.
They're not going to get rid of Marco. Marco's like the Red Bull whisperer with Adrian Newey. They're not going to get rid of him, which sucks because he's made one too many comments like this. But yeah, he's legit in like the Earth's crust at this point after his comments just kept digging him deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it is also, we're going into race predictions. They're saying all this happened before Singapore. You know who's won Singapore the last 2 years? Checo Perez. So.
Dude's going to be driving with a vengeance.
Yeah. He's not going to listen to any team orders. He's going to be like, screw you all. If he got on the team radio and had a Max-style team radio comment, I would
clap. Like, yeah, clap it up.
Yeah. Round of applause for you, Checo. Yeah, no, those comments were wild. And to wake up to them, I legit remember last week, I was like sitting on the couch drinking a protein shake in the morning, and I was like, I am not awake enough for all these comments, because it was wild. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure Christian Horner gets questioned about it this weekend.
Oh, 100%.
In those meetings, so I hope. It's too late now at this point. No one's going to take their statement seriously, but something needs to be said.
Yeah, one of the first questions Christian Horner's getting this weekend is, do you have anything to say about the comments Helmut Marko made? Like,
especially like when they go to Mexico in a few weeks. Oh my god. Red Bull, like, I'm going to kind of go off. I don't understand why F1 crowds get so offended when people boo different drivers. Like, I don't get when the Ferrari crowd was booing Max Verstappen, or when the crowd in Silverstone is booing Max Verstappen. Right. It's not his home race. It's like if Dallas Cowboys came to Philly and didn't get booed. That would be weird. Yeah. Like, it's
or it would be weird if we booed them and then like Jalen Hurts got on Twitter and was like, don't boo them.
Don't do that. Yeah, like, what? It happens in every other sport. It's a team sport, but also an individual sport, F1. Like, you have to...
I think we're a little biased. Like...
Yeah, we are. We are Philadelphia sports fans who, like, boo our own teams. So, that is one thing.
We'll let them know when they're playing shitty.
Yeah. I can see Red Bull booing half of that team. Or Mexico booing half of Red Bull in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. I mean... 100%.
That city loves Checo Perez, so I can 100% see them booing, like, because did you notice during Monza? I don't know if you watched the podium celebration. You didn't hear the crowd. You didn't hear the crowd during the national anthems. Normally you can. They muted the crowd.
I did not notice that.
One, I don't know if they were booing Max. There was rumors that was because they weren't cheering loud enough for Carlos, and he was a Ferrari driver. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you couldn't hear the crowd because I think they might have been booing during national anthems and different things. So yeah, but yeah, Mexico, I'll boo Red Bull from here with you.
yeah, you know, they're gonna speak up.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone going to that race. Yeah, Honda. God. That's not going to be fun for Helmut, but
he deserves it.
Like I said, he dug his own grave, and then he dug it deeper.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realized I didn't switch the banner wording for the race predictions.
Race predictions.
Moving on, I will read the facts first. I said check Singapore was spelled right. It didn't look like it was spelled right. Obviously, we all know we are in Singapore this weekend. This schedule, it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. 15th is Friday. Practice 1 is 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. I can watch that one, Owen, so don't worry. Practice 2 is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Practice 3 on September 16th, 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Qualifying is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then the race the next day on September 17th is at 8 a.m. And it's 62 laps with 19 turns. Which you can't, there's no lap record for this week, for this race yet, because we'll go into it. There's track changes, layout changes.
Oh, I was like, why is there no record?
Because there's changes. I took out the one thing. But yeah, the past 2 winners, like I said, were Checo Perez. He won in 2021 and last year. Last year was the famous when they messed up Max in qualifying. He ran out of fuel, remember?
Yes, yeah.
And
I
Leclerc ended up on
remember that.
pole. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. So
What are the odds they do it
Red
again?
Bull, with all this on the line, with what we'll talk about at the end. But yes, there is a track change. I should have. Hold on.
I want to see if there's a
Excuse
bet
me.
for Red Bull to finish to secure the Constructors' Championship this weekend. I want to see if there's
Okay, yes. So I was trying to find a picture of the track changes. Let me go back. Sorry, people. Sorry, people.
F1 Singapore GP. Let's see.
No, I wanted to see if there's a... Okay, so this... I'm going to open this up. Where is it? That's not what I wanted.
Yuki Tsunoda's plus 350 for top 10. Ooh.
Yuki.
Might do that. Team props. Let's see. Double podium finish. Red Bull is minus 165 for a double podium finish.
Take your phone away from this microphone. I could hear it making the noise. That's why I want to.
I feel like I just got yelled at by mom.
Okay, hold on. Let me see real fast. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. This because I want so you can see the changes.
Let's see them.
Let me. Allow. Okay, so this is the old track layout. So starts over here, goes
Right.
up, but it's all in the last sector. So it's literally from 15 to 20. Because what did I say? It's 19 turns, 62 laps. So from 15 to 20, it's completely gone. This is the track this year. So they took
took away
those 4 turns and really just made it one long straight. It's saying due to construction in that area, so that's why they took it away. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, I think lap time will be quicker.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get some nice speed coming out of 14.
Yes, you are.
Like,
that's barely a turn. So
yeah.
Like
no, you throw your car on the outside of the turn and then just cut back into the inside. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously 16 and 17 is a tight turn, and then but yeah, so they're basically because turn. It was like that was kind of unnecessary. Why the hell did they do that? It looks much better like this.
Probably to slow it down a bit, and also maybe I don't know if that makes more room for overtakes just with turns in there or something. But
I know it is hard. Going back to the ever controversial helmet Marco, they said Red Bull is. I mean, sometimes I think he does this to put like a curse on other people, but he did say that they are. If there's one person they're worried about, it's Leclerc because he is a Singapore specialist.
Oh yeah,
he does well in Singapore. This one girl I follow, Maria, she always does like different podiums from the past few years, and she did Charles Leclerc's placements. He's been P2 in the P2 the past 2 years, and was like P7 or P6 his first year in Ferrari. So so they said they're the one they're worried about. So will it work? I said probably because I can't fully watch. He'll do well.
He'll do well. You can watch it.
So do you want to do the Red Bull thing first and then give our predictions?
Yeah, let's talk about that because that definitely sways my predictions a little bit.
Yeah. So Red Bull
thing earlier, but
could Yeah, I'm going to read it. So Red Bull could potentially win the Constructors' title this weekend in Singapore. If two separate scenarios. Scenario 1, these things need to happen. Red Bull need to score 1-2, and Mercedes needs to not score. They need to both end up not in points. Both Mercedes drivers. They can win it all if Red Bull score, this is scenario number 2, a 1-2. Red Bull secures the fastest lap, and Mercedes scores 1 point or less. So it's literally all down to Mercedes.
Yeah, but you have to guarantee that. You have to guarantee that Checo P2.
Yes, you do. I mean, based on the past two,
you need a Checo P2.
Yes, you need a Checo. I mean, based on this track history, you need a Checo and Max Verstappen, obviously P1 and P2.
Right.
But yeah, then you need the first scenario is there's no George and Lewis don't end up in the points at all, which that would be a horrible weekend for Mercedes.
I don't think that's gonna happen though.
No. I could see the second one happening where one of them has to end up in the points, Mercedes.
Right.
But Red Bull has to get the fastest lap. But Lewis already this past year took away the fastest lap from Max because he knew Max was going to have a grand slam for the whole weekend, and he took it away.
Yeah, but I would put my money on that second scenario happening rather than.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I can.
Like if you said it was like if like
and then
Max
getting fastest lap and then
one
one Mercedes finishing in the points.
Mercedes has to score 1 point or less. So one of them could be 10th place.
So one of them has to be 10th place, or they both DNF, or they both don't like.
Yeah, now if they get the fastest lap, or they get 1-2, and Mercedes don't get any points, then they... Like, I wonder if it's coming down to Mercedes because that fastest lap Lewis took away earlier in the season. Like, I don't know, but I think lightning would have to strike for it not to happen this weekend. I feel like if there are odds it's happening.
If both drivers aren't going to finish in the points, to me, that for Mercedes, I'm saying this, to me, that means they both DNF'd. Something happened where they both didn't finish the race. Because it's very unlikely that they both get 10th or 11th or above, I guess, or below. You know? And
that makes me think that like qualifying doesn't go well for them, so they start farther back.
Yeah.
And there's like, it is Singapore, overtaking's hard. So that means there's congestion somewhere, people crash. That's what's making me think there has to be a lot more things or it's so hot the cars overheat. Yeah, they're...
Right.
And if that would happen, we might see Toto Wolff break down the Mercedes garage.
I agree. Yeah, I can't see Mercedes not finishing in the points. You know?
I was thinking earlier, I was like, this will be the weekend Mercedes, both drivers finish on the podium.
Yeah.
Or we get a rogue win from someone random in the paddock. No, Max is winning, I know, but it's...
No, Max is winning. Max is definitely winning the race, but...
Yeah. It's Checo. Can you rely on Checo to get P2?
That is the big question mark on Red Bull's end.
Or is he going to have a fire lit under his ass, so he will get P1. He'll beat his teammate.
I mean... Yeah, but even if you swap the positions and Checo gets P1 and Max ultimately gets P2, you know, they still win. Like, they still...
Yeah, and it's not hurting Max's chances of getting the championship. But,
no.
Yeah, I think it happens this weekend. I think it'd be stupid if it didn't.
I think it happens as well.
If it doesn't, I missed the chaotic race.
Well, actually, you know what? No. I'm going to say it doesn't happen. And that's because of my predictions. My race predictions.
Yeah, I also want to give... Okay. I do think it's going to happen, but I want to give predictions for it not to happen.
I'm going to go... Should I say prediction now? Or?
Yeah. Do you want to do all together or split it like we normally do? I didn't mind doing it all together when we did it with Mark.
Let me do it all together. Or you know what? Here, I'll do race first, and then I'll do qualifying.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be Max Verstappen first, Lewis Hamilton second, Checo third.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think Lewis is going to have a fire lit under his ass because
it's Red Bull.
not just Mercedes. Every team on the paddock this weekend is going to get that question of, do you think Red Bull is going to get the constructor? How would you react if Red Bull takes the constructors today? Like blah, 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 all this stuff. Every team is going to get that question. So there's no way the drivers aren't going to know about this going into the race. And I think Lewis will use that to light a fire under his ass. The danger with that in then is if he has a fire lit under his ass, does that jeopardize smarter driving from him?
True. Does he let the emotion get the best of him? But
I think Lewis is experienced enough where that's not really a major concern. There's definitely if I had to give it a percentage, I would say there's a 5% chance that Lewis gets too caught up in the emotion of it and is like, I have to catch them, I have to catch them, I have to catch them. Crashes, touches somebody, something happens. But I think he is knowledgeable enough of okay, I don't have to get podium. Obviously I want to finish as high as I can, but I don't have to get podium to ruin their night, Yeah. That's the thing. Lewis could get 5th and the night's that's it. The night's over.
Yeah.
George could get 5th and the night's over. It wipes it away from Red Bull, right then and there. So that's the thing. I think the margin is just a little too wide right now for Red Bull to run away with it.
Yeah. Drive to Survive wouldn't have it that way. They need the drama. Okay. Predictions. I'm gonna go Max first, obviously. I'm gonna say Lewis P2, but I'm gonna go with the Singapore specialist. I'm gonna say Leclerc P3.
That's also a very
I think he's hiding it well, but I think he has a fire lit under his ass to shut up the signs. After Monza, he was let down again. I could see, and I don't know, maybe Checo doesn't have a good weekend. The pressure's too much for Checo, but
the pressure could be too much. Yeah, I would. Going back to what I was just saying, I could see Checo cracking under the pressure more than I could see Lewis cracking under the pressure.
Yeah,
I could 100% see that.
Yes. No, I could 100% see that. So yeah, Max, Lewis, Leclerc. I could see it.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think I pray we're in for a good race. I mean, Monza was chaotic, but I hope we have good defensive driving. I hope gap isn't.
This has all the makings of a good race.
Yes.
Red Bull's on that grind of we could seal the deal right here. We could shut everybody up and we could drive the rest of the season without any pressure in our mind of.
All I have to do is worry about Max, but Max can have it in 2 races, so it's not even pressure. He's not cracking.
And then you have the grind on all the other teams in their mind, most considerably Mercedes, obviously, that are just we literally have to hold the line here. We got to go one more week, and they're just going to take every race 1 week at a time and just being hold the line right here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could see it being making to be a good race for 2 reasons. One being it's just Red Bull style. They take it away. It's right. Checo and Max 30 seconds ahead. They're winning by lap 12. Or it's so crazy. The top 3 are switching. Remember, it could maybe rain. That's going to go back. You never know what's going to come into play. Maybe we do get that rogue winner. And it really spoils the party.
If that rain comes in hard at all, it's going to be so fun to watch. Because
think about it. It's a city track too. It's not like a normal Monza Zandvoort track surface. So, yeah, it could be chaotic. Give it to me. Give us a good race.
I'm ready for it.
We've had too many boring ones this season. Give us a... The fact is that there's only 7 races left.
It's wild.
Like, I feel like we just did the first episode, 2 weeks ago.
It's insane that it's seven races left, and that's it.
But there's
we'll get 2
4
of them over in 2 weeks.
Yes, and then there's 3 races on a Sunday afternoon for us. Thank God. And then there's just that Las Vegas one that's in the middle of the night. But that's okay.
Hooray.
Between that and Japan, it's literally because they want to cater to the European audience.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That's why
I get it. But
yeah, but if you're trying to, I also get it if it's Vegas. It's so hot during the day.
yeah,
So
true.
they probably want them driving at night, so when it's cooling down. So
And they want all the Vegas lights going and everything, and
oh yeah,
they want
the new sphere.
Yeah, the sphere displaying whatever.
I want Max to have such a lead that he's watching the race through the sphere. I hope they use the sphere in cool ways.
Yeah, but the video would look so distorted on the sphere.
I know. They should let fans pop up on the sphere. Wait to the drivers as they're driving.
Could you imagine?
Can I just pop up?
Imagine our stupid faces just popping up on the sphere.
Hey. Yes, so that's pretty much it. Like we said, you heard it here first. Owen's going Max, Lewis, Checo. I'm going Max, Lewis, Leclerc.
Yeah.
You heard it here. We'll see what happens. Do you want to close us out?
We'll think of more bear names because I didn't think of any.
Yeah. No, I didn't think of any either. Max Verstappen. That one's kind of the best.
That one is good, but there's definitely others we can think of.
Nico Hulkenberg.
I'm writing it down. Nico Hulkenberg.
Charles no.
Bear?
No, I was going to say Teddy. Oh. Charles Leteddy. So that doesn't sound good.
No, I said it's gotta be a B. So then you can do something the best.
Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri.
No. That was a reach. That was a reach. Oscar Piastri.
Lando Bear. Lando Norris. Doesn't work. What else? Trying to think of all the drivers' names. Kevin, no. Daniel Ricciardo Bear, no.
Keep it rolling.
Checo Perez. That's not bad.
Checo Perez, yeah. Write that one down too.
Checo Perez. It's not Perez with an X. Who am I missing?
Russell,
Yuki, no.
Yuki Tsunoda. Pierre Gasly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Pierre, no.
Liam Lawson.
Doesn't work. Why don't they have fun names to go with a bear?
Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
You could do no. Liam Paulson. Bear paws?
Yeah. You could say Liam Paulson for a cat, too.
Yeah, you could.
I want to think of a honey related one.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Honey.
I gotta see all the drivers' names. See them spelled out.
I was trying to think of a good one for Charles Leclerc to go with it, but I don't think it's gonna work. Charles Leclerc, you let me down. Yeah, well, you think I would be the one to have the stuffed animals behind? No, it's you.
It's not my stuffed animal.
Well, the cat one is.
The cat one is, yes.
Yeah. Okay, but besides that, everyone, are you still trying to think of names?
Yeah, I'm looking at their names now. There's not really
good ones.
Not really much. I thought Valtteri Bottas could be turned into something. No.
Valtteri Bottas? No.
No.
Lewis
No. It's just nothing that flows.
Hamilton,
Yeah.
George, B. Russell. No.
Lewis Huntington.
Those are. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Lewis Huntington. How do you spell that? Lewis.
Well, it's Hamilton. Honeyton.
There you go. Lewis Huntington.
Can you bring the bear closer so we can see what it looks like? Andrew's want to watch this and be like, oh, look at my bear.
Bear.
Please name it.
The Bear.
We'll put link.
Starring Jeremy Allen White. Great show, by the way.
Great show.
Great show.
But yes. Okay, on that note, people.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening today. This is the official end of the episode now, though. I think we added another 7 minutes to this episode just trying to think of bear names. That's the hype, the details, or the notes that the episode title is going to be. It's going to be Owen's Fidget Toy, bear names. No, it's going to be the Office thing. It's going to be bears, fidget toys, Singapore GP.
Kyle.
And you have to say it in that mannerism. Bears, fidget toys,
Singapore GP. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good.
That's good. That's very good.
That's good.
All right.
We should have started with it.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Okay.
Singapore GP.
Singapore GP. All right. Well, thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode and our other episodes, please go give us a follow at Underground F1 on Instagram and Threads. We're currently at 242 followers on Threads. I'm not sure. Did you update that number before we started? Or?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
I did.
That's the right number. Thank you. And at Underground_F1 on Twitter. If you have any questions or want us to talk about anything on the show, please shoot us an email at undergroundf1pod@gmail.com. Again, going to be a broken record. Casey and I look at that email every single day, so we're waiting to hear your stuff.
I do.
Please leave a review on the show, wherever you get your show, wherever you watch or listen to this. We really appreciate it. It helps the show grow. We reach new people. Please also give us a follow on our main YouTube page, and that is the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube page. You get full video episodes of this show, of Underground Sports Philly, of Top Bins, of Streamer Season, of Get in the Hole. There's other ones that I'm missing. But all great shows, all great guys, part of the Underground Sports Network and everything. I listen to the Underground Sports Philly show just for my sports podcast. It's fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
They are currently sitting right now at 548 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 600 as soon as we possibly can. Had a big push. We went from like 515 to 548. It's fantastic. So please help us reach 600. It lets us unlock more stuff on YouTube. We can do more. We could put more content out to everybody else. But yeah, that is all. Thank you for listening today, and we will be back next week after Singapore.
And to preview Suzuka. Goodbye.